Hello and welcome to the International Knowledge. Before we begin towards the video, please don't forget to subscribe, click the notification button, and don't forget to like and comment advising us for our videos. Today we'll be discussing top 10 Russian foods that are really delicious. So let's begin. The first one is called blini. It is like a crepe. It could be eaten just like as is, or it could be filled with cottage cheese. The ingredients are milk, eggs, chicken eggs obviously, water. Water is also essential for this recipe. There is also sugar in this. Then we have as well salt. Just a pinch of salt they add for the sweetness to be balanced. They add butter. Sometimes they use oil instead of butter, and flour obviously. Their ingredients are very similar to crepes, but they're a little bit different though. They could be filled with cottage cheese or any other filling. The next one is called aladushki or aladye. It is basically like a pancake, but it is proven by yeast. There's yeast in this recipe. It's very common to eat as a breakfast, especially for kids, since it is almost like pancakes and it's delicious. So the ingredients are flour. You could use any kind of flour, but all-purpose flour is the most popular one. There's also milk in there. It's very similar to the crepes as well. There's also water. Then we have in this recipe eggs. They also use oil. You could use sunflower oil, or like if you like the flavor, you could use the olive oil. The third one is pirashki. Pirashki could be filled with any filling as well. The ingredients are salt as a seasoning and any other seasonings as well. There's yeast to proof the dough, and we also have in there sugar so that we could we could activate the yeast. There's also eggs. There's also eggs in the recipe. Then we have as well milk, and they use also sunflower oil. You could again use any kind of oil, or even olive oil if you'd like. And there's obviously flour for the dough. The next one is galupsi. Galupsi is very similar to the Middle Eastern malfouf. The recipes are cabbage, leaves obviously, meat. You could use any kind of meat. Most common is beef. There's also onion. You could use white onions or red onions. The next ingredient is garlic. It is very essential to give the flavor to the meat. Then we have carrots, not garlic, carrots. And then many types of spices that you would like to put in the food, and rice, which will be mixed with the meat. And some people like to even add ginger. Ginger gives it a flavor. And the next one is tomato paste. You could also use fresh tomato paste. The next one is pilmeni. Pilmeni is very similar to ravioli. The filling is commonly used meat. We use meat as a filling usually. The ingredients are flour. You can use any kind of flour. There's also water. That's for the dough. Then to make the dough very soft, we also use milk in the recipe. And then there are eggs, which will help us to make the dough. And again, oil, sunflower oil, any kind of oil really that you would like to use, and salt. Many other seasonings could be used as well for the minced meat. And green onions, you could use white onion or red onion, and minced meat, which needs to be seasoned and mixed very well, and parsley or any other greens that you would like to put. The next one is a salad called olivier. Olivier salad is basically a mayonnaise salad, turkey, or any other cold meat. The ingredients are green onion. You could use white onion. Then we use they put in it parsley or any other kinds of greens. They use it oil. In this case, they use olive oil, then salt as a seasoning. And the next ingredient is boiled potato. They boil the potato and then they clean the skin off and they cut it out into the shapes that they would like. Carrots are also boiled and then peeled and cut. Cucumber, just for a crunch. And they use lemon and Dijon mustard and vinegar as a dressing. And they also put fresh or canned green peas. The meat used in some of it is turkey, cold turkey, or any other kinds of cold meat. Then the next one is cheese. The next meal is plov. Plov is very similar to the pilaf that is well known in the world. They use in it rice, any kind of rice that you'd really like. Then there is meat cutouts, which you can use beef or any other meat that you would like. Lamb is very, very commonly used. Then there's onions. Then there are garlics. They usually add a whole clove of garlic. And then they have carrots, which are being shredded and added to the rice and the meat. Then they use oil. You could use olive oil or sunflower oil. Then they use spices to make the food more delicious. And potatoes. Sometimes people don't really put potatoes, and sometimes they do. The next one is borscht. Borscht is very well known as a Russian red soup. The ingredients are meat. Again, you could use beef or lamb or any other meat. There's also potatoes in there. Then they put, for the red color, the beetroot, boiled beetroot. Then carrots, just a little bit for flavoring, and shredded cabbage. The shredded cabbage is very essential, and tomatoes for the red coloring as well. And garlic. Some people omit the garlic. Sometimes people put minced garlic in there. Salt and many other spices that you'd like to put. The next recipe is vareniki. Vareniki is very similar to pilmeni, but it is in a half moon shape, and they're usually filled with potatoes or cherries for a dessert, more like than savory, and sometimes also with cottage cheese. And thank you, that's all. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on Instagram at The Experiment Kitchen, and don't forget to like and give us a feedback. Thank you, bye.